Have you ever wondered why you chose one path over another? Why you made a decision that seemed to have no clear reason? There are moments in life when we act as if guided by an invisible hand, a quiet voice in our mind. Not loud, not obvious, but powerful enough to shape our choices. These seemingly unconscious decisions are not random. They're the result of a long accumulation of experiences, memories, emotions, and beliefs buried deep within layers of the subconscious we rarely touch. We often think of ourselves as rational beings, believing that every action is deliberate, analyzed, and chosen with intent. But reality tells a different story. Many studies in psychology and neuroscience reveal that most of our decisions are made before we even become aware of them. The brain operates like a massive information processor, constantly absorbing data from our surroundings, from memory, from emotions, and from beliefs formed in childhood. These inputs are processed quietly and swiftly in the background, so by the time we think we've made a decision, it was already formed seconds or even minutes earlier. Imagine walking down a familiar street. Suddenly, you turn left instead of going straight as usual. There's no clear reason. But if you pause and reflect on that moment, you might realize the sunlight made the left turn look warmer. Or perhaps a distant memory of a joyful afternoon in that direction tugged at your heart. Small, seemingly unrelated factors can create a shift in our journey. The subconscious is a vast realm, storing forgotten memories, unnamed emotions, and deeply rooted beliefs. It doesn't speak in words, doesn't argue, doesn't explain. It whispers, guides, and sometimes steers the course of our lives. When faced with a choice, the subconscious quietly offers suggestions, like an old friend who knows us better than we know ourselves. And if we're quiet enough to listen, we'll see that these unconscious decisions are not meaningless. They echo the past, reflect our inner world, and result from a growth process we're often unaware of. Some say we must live with full awareness, controlling everything. But is absolute control always good? When we try to rationalize every action and emotion, we might miss the magic the subconscious brings. A fleeting glance, a vague feeling, a sudden intuition. These could be messages from within, from the deepest part of who we are. And sometimes, those inexplicable decisions lead us to the most beautiful turns in life. In today's world, where logic reigns and data is king, we often forget that humans are more than brains. We are hearts, souls, and vibrations that defy measurement. Unconscious decisions are not weaknesses. They are profound connections between us and ourselves. They blend past and present, emotion and reason, the known and the unknown. There are times when we feel swept away, as if life is out of our control. But if we pause, take a deep breath, and look back at our choices, we'll see an invisible thread connecting them all. A unique logic, not of mathematics, but of the soul. A consistency not found in arguments, but in feelings. And that is what shapes our identity. When we love someone without knowing why, when we choose a job we can't explain, when we leave a place without a clear reason, these are decisions that seem unconscious, yet carry deep truths. The truth that we are living in a way our soul desires, that we are listening to an inner voice, even if it doesn't speak in words. Maybe you've stood between two options and chose the one that made you feel lighter, even if no one understood why. Maybe you've turned down a big opportunity because of a vague sense it wasn't right for you. These moments, though not logical, prove the existence of a deep inner wisdom. A wisdom that doesn't need words or evidence, but is always present. And if we learn to trust it, to listen to those subtle signals, to honor decisions without clear reasons, we'll live a more authentic life. Not always right, but always true to ourselves. Not always easy, but always meaningful. Life isn't a series of equations. It's a symphony with highs and lows, silences and surprises. And unconscious decisions are the notes, unstructured, yet forming the melody of our lives. So next time you make a decision you can't explain, don't doubt yourself. Smile quietly and trust that a deep part of you is leading the way. A part that doesn't need reasons, but always knows what's best for you. That is the truth behind seemingly unconscious decisions. The truth that you're living sincerely, deeply, and with feeling.